Okay, welcome, new MLOs. Welcome to Debt Cleanse. We want to set you up today with your NMLS process, and we want to ensure that this is a seamless step-by-step guide. So I have a volunteer here, and we're going to go through this process. So when you first come on board, where you want to go is debtcleanse.com. That's going to take you to what we call your back office, okay? Once you're there, you're going to log in with your email address and password, and you'll hit sign in. Okay, so we're going to type in your password. Okay. And once you're in, you're going to see the blue and black screen. This is called your back office. On the left side, you'll see the avatar where you can click that and you'll be able to add a photo of yourself so that people, when they come here, they know it's truly you, right? So you'll add it. You can go on your desktop or wherever and upload a video. There's also a to-do list. This is a welcome video. And this is also where you can upload your documents. And if you have not already received a call from corporate within your first 48 to 72 hours, you can hit call us and schedule a Calendly appointment. So that allows you to pick your own time to be able to speak with the representative to get you onboarded with your credit repair process. All right. If you'll note here on the screen, you see we're currently in a contest. Any contest will be at the top of the screen. You'll be able to see that here, the cruise contest. And directly below that are all of the announcements. We have calls Monday through Thursday where you can expose people to the information. Our co-founder and president, our CEO and president, they do a call designed to reach realtors, investors, MLO. We have MLO training twice a week. This is for us to come with notes, to take notes rather, and learn from our seasoned MLO, in-house MLO. And then the calls that are held at 9 o'clock Eastern will rotate. So you'll always see the updated calendar rotating there. But if you'll note at the top of your screen, you see an events tab across the top bar. If you go to the top and hit events, you'll also be able to get an extensive listing of all of events available. And when you click on it, it takes you to the actual Zoom link. So those Zoom links, you don't want to share those out publicly. But if you have something you're trying to register for, just access it through your events back office, okay? So we're going to go back to your dashboard, your blue and black, and back to the home page. On the home page, we're going to scroll down to our prosperity paths. Our prosperity paths is where all of your services are housed. Your credit repair is obviously in the score path. If you're working with an attorney, cash path. Life path, we now have insurance. We have student loan management. All of that is there. For the loan officer piece, we're going to go to wealth path. This is where all of your MLO processes are housed. You see that the calendar for this week just updated while we were actually watching it. All right. So here's a quick welcome video from Keisha. All she's saying is if you're just getting started, don't call the bank. We had hundreds of people calling the bank. So guys, as a new advocate coming on as an MLO, if you have any questions, direct those to Debt Cleanse. You don't want to call the bank. Once you are hired on with the bank, you'll have a direct contact inside of the bank. So they're not a call center. We are. All right. Hit get started. And then this is going to take us into the official setup. So as you log in for the very first time, you're going to have a Debt Cleanse independent sales rep application. You'll hit sign document. That allows you to review that. You can download it on your computer, print if you want to. But basically, it's saying you are an independent sales rep with Debt Cleanse. You're not an employee. You earn money when you you make sales, etc. All right. So you want to make sure that you're typing your name correctly. Double check that. Then you want to go ahead and do the same for your Capital Federal Credit Union. Now, this one is bank policy and procedures. You want to download this, you can. It's just letting you know with them, you'll be a W-2 employee, what their vision and mission is as a company. You'll scroll down on each of these. You have to scroll all the way to the end, type your name and hit sign agreement. Okay. And so now that you've signed everything, you'll scroll down. And you're going to see this gold circular arrow. It's getting ready to start your background check. So this is going to have you toggle back to your email. You'll toggle to your email and you'll proceed with completing clear checks. So in your email, you're going to have an email that came in from Capital Federal, and it's going to say complete your background check here. Now, for the purposes of this video, we're not going to go there, right? So just letting you know how to get there. All right. So you're going to go back to your email. It's going to say, welcome to Capital Federal. complete your background check here. You'll proceed with entering all of your demographic information. When you're done with that, you're going to come back to the debt cleanse back office and you'll hit next step. Okay. All right. So it's telling you now to check your email. So it wants us to go there. So let's go ahead and we're gonna pivot a little bit. All right. So when you go to your email, let me tell you what's going to be there. You'll have the application, you'll click it, you'll fill it out, name, address, all your demographic information. And when you come back here, the system is going to recognize that you did it. When you hit next step, what's going to come up is a capital federal application, right? You want to make sure that that is your homework, that you're filling that out, W-9, I-9, W-4. It's going to actually be an application for employment. You don't have to list all of your 15-year work history. Just list maybe what you currently do. Now, if you have a lot of experience in the loan industry, obviously you would want to list that. It's going to ask you for a salary. Even though you're not making a salary, just project what you want to make. You'll complete that. But where we're going to go now is going to be the most important part of this process. And we're going to go to the NMLS website. Now, you can actually access through the back office once you flow through all of that. But since we did not, we're going to go directly to our Google and we're going to go to NMLS. So we're going to do a search for NMLS. And it's going to come up, National Mortgage Licensing System.org. That's where we want to be. All right. So if this is your first time coming here, you're going to go to the top right and you're going to hit the gray and yellow button that says log in to NMLS. Okay. Once you're here, you're going to hit federal. So you're going to be a federal employee. And then now to the right, you're going to request an account. So you'll click the hyperlink there, request an account, and you're going to now select individual. You're creating an account for yourself. Okay. You'll do the unscramble security and then hit next. Okay. Once you're on this screen, you're going to enter all of your demographic information. And for the purposes of this recording, we're going to stop the screen share to complete this information. All right. So you're going to complete this information. All right, so you filled in your demographic information. Once you're done with that, you're going to hit next. And what's going to pop up is your individual user account. You want to take note of your NMLS ID number and the username that they provided you. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that and write that down in your notes. Your NMLS number and your username. And so once you're on the individual user account page, what is going to happen is you're going to be given an instruction to go back to your email. All right. Once you go to that email, you're going to get a temporary password. So we're going to stop the screen share to go to that email and grab that temporary password. And then we're going to go to the next. All right. So now you've gone to your email where you got a temporary password. You're going to copy and paste that entire password, all symbols and letters, back to the login page. At which point now you're going to create your own password. And what you're going to note is that this password has to be 20 to 64 characters in length. So you want to make sure that you are adhering to that. If it's not 20 characters, or if you have symbols that are not accepted, it's going to tell you that. Immediately after your password is created, it's going to take you here to the homepage where you're going to see NMLS record. You're going to click on filing, the hyper blue link. You click on filing. And here you're going to go to MU4R. You go ahead and click the blue MU4R. And then in the gray tab below, you're going to request a new. So this is your first time coming here. You request a new /update. And then this is asking, are you going to be a part of, no, that you're getting ready to a test and you're going to say, yes, continue. Okay. And on this screen, you're going to go ahead and enter your identifying information. So you'll go ahead and enter your date of birth. You're going to enter your phone number and email. Make sure that you enter dashes where dashes are listed for phone number. And fill out all of that information. The bottom section, you do not need to fill out. Fill out the business name, home. You will need to have 2 phone numbers listed here. If not, the application won't fully process. So you can put a business and a sale, or you can put a sale and a home. And it can be the same number. Your work email address is going to be your actual email address. And you'll enter that. Note also, as you proceed through the application, you always want to hit save before going to the next tab. This will ensure that if for some reason you have to log out or you get logged out, all of your information that you've entered is not lost. And then once you review, make sure you have everything checked, you'll hit save and next. All right, so now you're going to add any aliases. If you had any other names other than what you enrolled as, let's say if you are married or you've had a middle initial, or if you had a hyphenated name, you'll hit add. If it does not apply, no worries, click next. And here you're going to add your current residence. And don't forget to save and hit next. Okay. You've got your street address, your city, state, zip code, save and next. All right. So now you're going to enter your employment with Capital Federal. So as you were in your debt clearance back office, you may have noticed that there was a NMLS number for Capital Federal. If you didn't write that down, you can take it down now. It's 228-8260. But I'm going to show you in a moment how you'll see that. So you're going to go ahead and hit add current. And then it says, are you going to be working for a federal institution like a bank? Hit yes. And then here you'll search Capital Federal Credit Union. So you'll type that there. Now, if you're going to search it by NMLS, you can put it there. If you want to search all the banks in the state, you can put it there. But for this purposes, purpose of this video, you can just put Capital Federal Credit Union and hit the search button. Once you hit search, it's going to populate and you're going to hit the action button, the radio button there. And also note that's the bank NMLS number. If you want to take that down, if you haven't already. And also, if you have not, you can take down the address of the bank, 4210 50th Street, Suite E, Lubbock, Texas, 79413. Once you've noted that information, go ahead and hit select to choose it. And it's going to take you now to the date of employment. That's going to be the date that you became a partner with Debt Cleanse. So you'll go to the calendar and select today's date. And then your work location, you can either list your home address or you can list the Capital Federal address, the 4250 East Lubbock. Either or, it's not going to change the application. All right, so once you've entered the information, you're going to hit save. And then next. All right, so this is going to bring you to disclosures. This is regarding your criminal history. Now, what we're going to tell everybody is this right here. If they have to answer yes for any reason, it's okay. It's the federal government. They're going to know all about you anyway. So you want to be truthful in disclosing the information. If for some reason they have to say yes, there's going to be more information to fill out on the next page. We'll proceed with answering, reviewing, and answering all of these questions as listed. Once you get through with your disclosure questions, you're going to hit save and next. Always hit save before you proceed to the next screen. Now, if you had answered yes to anything, you would have the ability to add documentation, PDFs, proof of, whatever, explain. But if all of your answers were no, you'll proceed by going to the next button. On this screen, you're going to now give permission to start your criminal background check through the federal government. You're going to hit check the button to select federal criminal background check. and then hit the radio button to hit submit new prints, and proceed again with entering your demographic information: height, weight, age, eye color, etc. Once you've done that, you're going to hit save. Always remember to hit save and then next. All right, so now you're going to have an invoice to pop up. If it doesn't allow you to pay, that meant we missed something. And so you'll see highlighted at the top, it says section, and in blue, that means we missed information. So if you click the hyperlink there, it takes you back to the demographic. And on this application, it looks like we missed putting a business phone number. So you want to make sure you have 2 phone numbers on that application. It takes us right back there. You can use your cell phone number and make sure you put the hyphens. If you get to that last page and there's not an invoice, it just means that something has been missed on the initial application process. So you'll hit next, and you'll keep going next until you proceed to the last page to get ready to submit the invoice. Okay, you'll go back through. Okay. And now that you're on the last page, this is the attestation and submission form. And you'll note the cost. The MLO registration is currently $60. The background check is $36. Now, if you are enrolling anytime after July 1st, it's going to be $60. Prior to July 1st, it's $30. However, if you're enrolling after July 1st, you're going to be covered for your 23-24, and you won't renew until next year. So you'll proceed with clicking the I certify button in the middle of the page. That is you. Double check the spelling of your name. Make sure that everything is listed correctly, and then you'll hit submit for filing at the bottom of the page. Okay, so now this is going to allow you to enter your payment. So you'll scroll down. They're just basically saying how they're going to use your information. There's no refunds, no changes. Once you make a payment, it's paid, and you'll hit agree to those terms. And once you get to the one-time payment screen, and we're going to stop our screen share here. Once you get to the one-time payment screen, note that you can use either ACH, meaning a direct bank draft, or you can use a credit card. It has to be a Visa or MasterCard. It cannot be a Discover or American Express. All right, so you proceed to enter all of your payment information. And then once you get to this screen, you're going to get a payment confirmation. It's going to give you a confirmation number. You can print that. And also, if you want to print your invoice, there's a blue hyperlink for you to print your invoice. Then you'll hit finish. Okay. Once you hit finish on this screen, do not leave until it stops churning. So it's going to make sure that the payment information is actually processed in full. And it usually takes a minute or so. Okay, so once it stops turning, you're going to see submission is complete. And then you'll be able to, again, if you want to print your invoice, you can print your invoice. Where we're going to navigate now is to the top right corner. You're going to see where it says Resource Center, all the way in the top right in gray and yellow. So you're going to click Resource Center, and we're almost done. Once you click Resource Center, in the gray bar in the middle of the page, you'll hit Loan Originators, and then you'll drop down to Criminal Background Check. Okay. Once you click criminal background check, you're going to scroll down to number 3, scheduling your fingerprint appointment via Fingerprint. You're going to click schedule a fingerprint. And this is going to take you to now a purple and white page that opens up for Fingerprint. You're going to proceed to create a new user account on the left side. So you'll enter your email address, and it's going to take you back to your your email, at which point you're going to set up an account here. Let's go ahead, sign up. You're going to set up an account here. I'm going to stop the screen share. All right, so you create your password, and then you'll go ahead and continue to enter all of your personal information, name, your NMLS number will go here. This is the number that you originally screenshot or took note of, and then your date of birth and your email address. And then you'll proceed through certifying that you are seeking application. So you'll enter all that information. If you scroll down the bottom, you'll note there's a box that says state licensing, Florida only, leave that blank. It says federal registrants only, leave that blank. You're only going to enter the top portion, which is your demographic information. Then you'll hit save and continue. Okay. So once you hit save and continue, you're going to go ahead and hit the e-consent waiver. You're going to complete that waiver, scroll down, and you're going to agree to each tab. It's basically asking also for your biometric data. You're giving them permission to be able to scan your prints. You'll type in your name, and then you'll enter today's date and hit save and continue. All right, so once you hit save and continue, now you're going to find a local field print office. So you're going to enter your address or maybe your work address or whatever's convenient for you in this box, and it's going to search all of the locations that are near you. All right, so once you've entered your address, it's going to show you the number of locations that are in proximity to you based on the address you entered. You'll be able to choose the date by clicking on the calendar. And once you click a date, it's going to allow you to see the times that are available. You'll click that respective time and note whatever time you select, you want to make sure that you can actually attend that appointment because there's a $15 change fee every time you cancel and it's outside of a 24-hour window. So go ahead and select the date of attendance. And once you select that location, you're going to actually be able to see an image of that, the address, and Google Maps. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you take note of that. And also when you attend on that scheduled appointment date, you're going to take 2 forms of ID with you. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see all of the acceptable forms of ID, your license, your social, a secondary ID could even be your credit card or debit card, marriage certificate, birth certificate, etc. All right. So you'll just take note of that. If you want to print this out, feel free to print this out. Again, if you have to schedule your appointment and there's not within a 24-hour window, you will automatically incur a $15 charge. Okay.